Halloween, big deal or not really for you?
This year, big deal.
Why?
Because I don't never do nothing on Halloween the past couple of years.
When it comes to Halloween costumes, and you did say this is a big deal this year. So are you the type that's been planning on this already?
Yeah, I've been planning. For sure.
How soon before Halloween has this been in motion for?
Maybe like 2 weeks.
Okay,
like
2 weeks
ago.
Now, what costumes have you been in the past as?
Shit, I don't know. I haven't dressed up in a while for Halloween. I can't even remember.
Even when you were little, you don't remember what you were before?
Nope. I don't remember. I don't know.
Don't remember. When it comes to Halloween, do you have a favorite Halloween memory? Has something happened on Halloween that you just never forgot about?
I went to a haunted house.
You did?
Yep, that was on my bucket list. I said that I'll go once in my life, and I did. And then a couple years later, the next Halloween, I went and I paid for the fucking Halloween haunted house thing, and I guess they switched it up because I guess every year they do something different. So when I went this time, it was like some different shit, and I paid like $40 to go. And the thing was like, if you're scared, you need to turn around now. And I was like, doop. And you can't get your money back neither. So my friends went in without me, and I just stayed outside.
Now, there are different levels to haunted houses. Some haunted houses, they're just like spooky, maybe a little jumpy. Then there's haunted houses where you have to sign a waiver before you enter the house.
I wouldn't do that.
You would?
I wouldn't go to that. That means some scary ass shit going on, and I ain't with that shit. If I gotta sign a waiver to fucking go in your haunted house, that means you trying to scare the fuck out of me, and I live alone. So yeah, and I'm scary.
You are, like you said, scary. So if there was a haunted house out there that, okay, wasn't man-made, right? Where they try to spook you or scare you. But let's say it's a location where they really had hauntings before, reports of hauntings, paranormal activity, ghost encounters, stuff like that. Would you be opposed to going to something like that as well? Or would you try it?
In my heart, I would want to because I believe in ghosts to a certain extent. But I don't know. I probably wouldn't.
Wouldn't do that either?
But in my heart, I would really want to.
You believe in ghosts, but have you had a ghost encounter before?
Yep.
You have? Can you share that with us?
I don't think it's a ghost, though. I just think it was my best friend. She passed away during a car crash. And it made a month after she passed away, the exact day. She died December 15th. And January 15th, her phone called me. And I answered. And we was on the phone for 9 seconds. I didn't hear anything. But she called. So I called her sister, and I was like, where are you at, or whatever. And she was like, I'm at a baby shower, blah, blah, blah. And I asked her where my best friend's phone was, and she was like, her phone is at home. I'm like, you sure? And she was like, yeah. And then I'm like, call your mom and see, like, where's her phone? So her mom was like, the phone was at home, and she was out of town. So I'm like, if she's going out of town, you at a baby shower, and the phone is by itself. My friend called me. My homegirl missed me, and she wanted to call me on the day that it made a month. So, yeah, I believe in ghosts. Like I said, I don't think it's a ghost, it's a spirit, but same shit, right?
Did you freak out? Did you get nervous? Did you get scared?
I wanted to talk to my homegirl probably just as much as she wanted to talk to me. I ain't gonna lie, I was like, what the fuck? When I saw it, but I'm like, shit, hello? Like, hey, hello? I just kept saying hello.
And you didn't hear anything? No breathing, nothing like that?
No. But it happened, and I got the proof. I posted it on my social media. It happened. I ain't make it up. So, and nobody was around the phone. So that leaves me to believe it was her.
So it wasn't your mind playing tricks on you. You have the receipt.
I'm going to show you after she really called. And it was the day that it made exactly 1 month. So, yeah.
Now, just curious, I did get a little sidetracked. When it comes to, okay, we talked about haunted houses, we talked about costumes and that sort of thing. But what about as far as trick-or-treating? When it comes to Halloween candy, do you have a favorite Halloween candy?
You want to know what's crazy? I don't eat candy.
You don't?
I've never had a Snicker. I've never had a Reese's. I've never had a Kit Kat.
Ever in your life?
In my 23 years of living. Never. I've never had a, none of that stuff. Only thing I had was Turtles, Twix, and a Crunch.
I mean, you're still in the candy family.
I still in it, but I had those maybe like once a year, if that.
What's the reasoning behind that?
I just was never into candy. And then I think like one time I had a cavity and I was so pissed about it because I'm like, how do I have cavities and I don't eat candy? And they was like, oh, because pop can give you cavities. So I was the type of kid where I wake up at night and drink pop and then go to sleep and then it sits on your teeth and they say that causes cavities worse than candy. So I think one time I tried to eat like a Starburst or something and that shit hurt my teeth so bad. And I was like, I'm done. And I just really just never been a big fan. So after that, I probably eat candy twice out the year.
Never even just curious just to see what a Kit Kat tastes like? Or
Hell no. It look nasty. Snickers look nasty. Reese's smell nasty. All that shit just look nasty.
Speaking of pop, people will say soda also, same thing. I've heard somebody refer to it as liquid candy before.
What?
They'll say pop is liquid candy. It's just like candy, but it's just liquid form.
I've never heard that. But I think that's true, though. That's really a good idea. I've never thought about it that way, but I think that's like a good idea. It kind of is candy. Shit gave me cavities.
And speaking of like soda and stuff, and I just know like, yeah, what I just said there. I just had a brain freeze, sorry. Anyways, moving forward, so back then when you went trick-or-treating, did you even go trick-or-treating back then?
I went.
Okay, you did.
I went.
All right. Okay, so I guess back then, those were some of the candy choices you did eat back then. When it came to trick-or-treating, what's the craziest thing you received, if anything? Was there anything out of the norm that you may have received before, trick-or-treating, in all your years of that?
I never received nothing crazy, but I had a crazy experience. I was trick-or-treating on my block, and the lady, she actually worked at my school, and she lived a couple houses down. So we was going house to house, and I went to her house, and she was like, come to the back. And I'm like, okay. Because she was like, I saw her, she worked at my school. So I was like, okay, I know her. I think I was like, probably like 7 or 8. So anyway, so I go in the back of her house, and she was like, go get the candy, like pointing to her door. So I'm like, what is wrong with this fucking lady? So I go and open her door, and she had a man dressed up as Michael Myers. And he started like walking towards the steps. But mind you, like I'm in the door. So like I fell and scraped my knees and I ran all the way home and I was pissed the fuck off. So lady, if you see this, you pissed me off and I still remember that. Cause you was wrong for that. You was wrong. So that was like a crazy experience. But I never got anything crazy though. Just all candy.
Now what about, okay, I know how you are on haunted houses. What about horror movies, scary movies? Are you into stuff like that or no?
Nope.
Scared of that
I
too?
literally watch scary movies like this the whole time. The whole time like this. And I don't even know what's the point of watching it if I'm going to do this, but it's just always safety for if something scary pop up, just go like that. So.
What's the scariest movie of all time in your opinion?
The Ring.
That got you.
That shit scared the fuck out of me. Like, for real, for real. Anytime my TV used to go like, shh, I used to think she was going to pop out. And then I remember, like, for a long time, I didn't want to take baths. And then, like, I'd be in the shower, and I'd be, like, peeking out the shower and stuff like that. Like, that movie scared the shit out of me. And still to this day, I think, like, it's unfuckable with. Like, the fact that they made a part 2, I said, why are they bringing up this old shit? Like, I would either leave that lady where she was and leave it alone.
I think they're past part 2. I think there's like
It's another one coming?
I think there's another one. There may have been a prequel too. I don't know. I can't remember. But
It
there's
was
other
something
ones.
that they came out with recently.
There's
like
other
a year
ones
ago.
past part 2.
Oh, wow. See, I was so scared of that shit. I'm like, I ain't fucking with it. Like, still to this day. That shit scared me. It traumatized me. Yeah.
Music-wise, sometimes there are Halloween songs. Do you have a favorite Halloween song?
Of course, Thriller.
Okay,
Of
Michael
course,
Jackson.
that's like the all-time best Halloween song. The video, the dance moves, the concept. He was genius for that.
Were you scared of watching that music video back
then? It was weird. It was like a love-hate thing because I've loved music my whole life. So I used to love it, but I used to, like this. Watched it like this. I remember one time I watched it as a kid. You know, when Halloween come around, they start playing all the movies and the songs and stuff like that. And this time I had worked up the courage to watch it. So me, my dad, my grandma, and all us, we was watching it or whatever. And then my daddy gonna ask me to go downstairs in the basement to go get something. And I stood at the steps for so long. So he finally came to go get it. He was like, why are you standing at the steps? He yelled at me. And I'm just sitting there looking crazy. And my grandma was like, she's scared. I'm like, somebody done got it. I'm fucking scared. I'm fucking 10 years old. You gonna fucking make me watch this scary ass video and then gonna ask me to go get something out the basement? I was pissed. Like, why would you do that? I was so mad. Yeah.
What if he came at you in a Michael Myers outfit?
He would have got his punched. I don't know. I would have been I probably would have had a heart attack for sure. For sure.
Ever made a Halloween song yourself?
No. But that's a good idea. Thank you.
Ever released music or project on Halloween? Have you ever used that as a promo release date?
Nope.
Not yet.
Not yet. But I'm not against it.
Ever performed on Halloween?
No.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Maybe soon.
Next year, for sure.